Vengeance and a gun you can feel and hear in the air. Buckshot through a no-gate sign that says trespassers beware. All the stories and secrets it holds will chill you to the bone. If you're running at night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. Was an old man that made moonshine back in the day. Never harmed anybody and didn't have much to say. You treat him right, he'll serve you up with the best liquor around. You cross him once, it's all it'll take for him to put you where you won't be found. Put you where you won't be found, yeah. Vengeance and a gun you can feel and hear in the air. Buckshot through a no-gate sign that says trespassers beware. All the stories and secrets it holds will chill you to the bone. If you're running at night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. His daughter came home one night with a bruise around her eye. She was running from that old boy and he wasn't too far behind. There's things in this world you don't do, and he learned without a doubt. That night he went down Hammond's Creek, but he never made it out. He never made it out, no! Vengeance and a gun you can feel and hear in the air. Buckshot through a no-gate sign that says trespassers beware. All the stories and secrets it holds will chill you to the bone. If you're running at night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. Night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Dragging like a rusty old wagon, tires all flattened, got it down back. This late night red eye overtime habit. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue. Thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. Put my lips on a long neck, drink a little of my paycheck. Jackpot jukebox when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back like a Kodak. And I'm smiling 'cause 'cause you're right on time and finally, hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The work weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst or two and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you.
Her name is Shayna G with our Friday anthem song. It is called Hello Friday. My name is Tim Kelly. Welcome to the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world, and live on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. And Stick Tight Aikens, my good buddy from Kentucky, getting us started off tonight with a brand new single called Hammonds Creek Road. That is a good song. Go get it, ladies and gentlemen. Stick Tight Aikens is who he is, and he is fantastic. Hey, it's a Father's Day weekend, too. This Sunday is Father's Day for all you fathers out there, and I hope you get to do something real special with your daughters, your sons, your family, and that's going to be a great time as well. We're going to have a great time tonight. I've got 3 hours of the best in new country music straight ahead and a couple of great radio interviews in the program tonight as well. Kate Russell is going to join me in the bottom half of hour number 1, and the band Wanted, and they'll be wanted even more after this interview tonight is going to be here in hour number 2, so we look forward to those artist interviews and lots of great country music tonight. Craig Hendricks is a good buddy of mine currently in Montana too. We'll talk about him in just a little bit, but I want to give a good shout out to all of the other radio stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, down to roadradio.com in Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio in Canada, Radio 94.3 from Sweden. We've got Hot and Funky Radio and KDubRadio.com, and you can catch the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming platforms like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Pandora, wherever you stream music. Just Google search the Tim Kelly Show. Add this show to your playlist, and you will always be listening to New Country's best. Craig Hendricks, as I was talking about, we just got to meet him this week in Branson, Missouri. Had breakfast with him and his lovely wife, Dee Dee. They are on their way to Montana. Actually, they're there now. They have made it to Montana, Big Sky Country, and he's performing a big show there this weekend as well. So you guys be safe coming back home, too. We're going to play one of his songs off his new album. It is Life in a Country Song. Craig Hendricks on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
In a cabin on the hill, said I wouldn't make it and I never will. So I set out to prove them wrong. Picked up the soul guitar, walked outside and wished on a star. Then I wrote this country song. And it's about my life, my fears, my hurts and my tears. Just seem to flow on and on. up against the ropes where you know you can't go wrong when you write your life into a country song. A few months later on a Nashville street, a hard-headed boy with a bag of dreams waited my turn to take the stage. Well, I know tonight that I play for free. This is where I was meant to be, with a hope that'll never fade. 'Cause it's about my life, my fears, my hurts and my tears just seem to flow on and on. And it's about my dreams, my hopes, my back up against the ropes where you know you can't go wrong when you write your life into country song. Standing up here and looking at the crowd, laughing and smiling and singing out loud. This is right where I belong, living my life like a country song. Y'all sing along, 'cause it's about my life, my fears, my hurts and my tears just seems to flow on and on. It's about my dreams, my hopes, my back up against the ropes where you know you can't go wrong. It's about my life, my fears, my hurts and my tears just seem to flow on and on. And it's about my dreams, my hopes, my back up against the ropes where you know you can't go wrong when you write your life into a country song.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Take me home, country roads where mountaineers are free. Like Mateo, Brad, and little Jimmy D. Carrying your love with me and keeping it alive. From 304 to 615. When you think about WB, so wonderful and wild, where mountains and mamas meet, rivers flow, Shenandoah style. High school Cougar fans hear them roar when helmets hit maroon and gold scores. Hatfields and McCoys are a household name. Freebird, the song, cornhole, the game. Between the Blue Ridge Mountain and river, drinking a few, fishing and hot rodding in the ferry with the brew crew. Sunday night truck pulling at the county fair. It ain't real mud bogging unless Rod Ramey's there. Cruising by a Hobo Flats, sledding down Potato Hill, rocking out at the bow, passing by Mooney's for a thrill. The best left armband or apple didn't fall far from the tree. Fastest jet ran number 2, made NFL history. Family Video Brothers, pizza lifted trucks and IROCs. We were Prince, Coach John, Cougar fans and products of Mary T.D. Between the Blue Ridge Mountains
to 615.
That song is making its radio debut tonight. First time ever played on the Tim Kelly Show or anywhere else. It is West Virginia Roots, Nashville Dreams from 304 to 615. My good friend Dawn Ricks is the vocalist on that. She is amazing. She's been a special guest on this program many times, and you can go back into the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on my website if you want to hear our latest interview that we recently did. But she gave me the go ahead and debut that song tonight. It is fantastic. And there's a great video to it as well. You can check out the video to it on my TV channel. That is ICTV, Indie Country Television. That tab also on the top of the website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. How about we take a trip from Branson, Missouri, and head up to New Brunswick? Terrence Hart, he's with us live over here on TikTok right now. I'm on live over there at Tim Kelly on Air. He's hanging out with us, listening to the show. Let's play one of his songs. It is called This Town, from Terrence Hart on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I remember sometime many years ago when the roads were quiet everywhere I'd go, when the fields stretched wide far as I could see, when the children were playing so peacefully. Seems like the sun's got a little brighter, feels like the water's got a bit more colder. Seems like the time passes way more faster, feels like I ain't getting any younger. This town keeps growing on me, I'm right where I wanna be. This town's like no other place, it puts a smile on the face. This town's like sweet love song, got my heart beating strong. Now the streets are filled, voices in the air, neon lights are shining, music everywhere. Still the old oak stands where it used to be, a reminder of all that it means to me. This town keeps growing on me, I'm right where I wanna be. This town's like no other place, it puts a smile on my face. This town's like sweet love song, it got my heart beating strong. My time has come, I'll be on my way. I still hear the laughter of the songs we'd play. There's a magic here nothing can replace. In my heart, this town always have a place. Seems like the sun's got a little brighter, feels like the water's got a bit more colder. Seems like the time passes way more faster, feels like I ain't getting any younger. This town keeps growing on me, I'm right where I wanna be. This town's like no other place, it puts a smile on my face. This town's like sweet love song, it got my heart beating strong. This town, this town.
Hey y'all, this is Ashley Ewing, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best.
take a deep breath and tell me you're sorry for playing games and running around. Those bitter things you did still haunt me. Now you say you want me, but it's a different story now. 'Cause you're waking up, making up, taking up my time, asking how you can win my heart back. Oh, love's got a lot to do with it. Love's got a lot. Oh, love's got a lot to do with it. Don't tell me it's not. Love's got a lot. Love's got a lot. You say you never meant to hurt me. Tell me, what am I supposed to do with that? You gotta prove to me you're worthy and show me where your heart is really at. No breaking it, faking it, no more just saying it. If you wanna win my heart back, oh, love's got a lot to do with it. Love's got a lot. Oh, love's got a lot to do with it. Don't tell me it's not. Love's got a lot. Love's got a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love's got a lot to do with it. Love's got a lot. Oh, love's got a lot to do with it. Don't tell me it's not. Love's got a lot. Love's got a lot. Love's got a lot. Love's got a lot. Love's got a lot.
Her name is Carrie Phillips. That is Karree. Carrie Phillips, and that is her brand new single debuting into radio tonight. It is called Love's Got a Lot. That one's going to get a lot of love. How about that? She is fantastic, and she has also been a special guest on my show. And we're going to put 2 interviews from tonight's show in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. So if you're just now getting tuned in, you're going to get to hear them live. But for everyone else, they can go back and listen to them over and over again, and they are also downloadable, so the artists can share them on their social media should they wish to do so. We hope they do as well. Been playing this song a few times. He's a good buddy of mine, Jason Breedlove. This is his brand new single, Take the X Out of Texas. I love it. On Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I'm lost, but I can be found on a bar stool away from my hometown. She causes misery. I don't need to be back in that state when she's around. I know where I can go that's best for me. I'm not there, it's difficult, you see. Take the X out of Texas, bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. I'll head back home to that Lone Star State. If she completely leave me, my life would be so great. I know that's where I need to be. I'm up here to keep my sanity. Take the X out of Texas, bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. complications way out west. That's where she broke my heart, tore my world apart. She still wants more than I don't have. There's friends at home I sure love to see, but there's a problem out there that I don't need. Take the eggs out of Texas, bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. I'll head back home to that Lone Star State. If she completely leave me, my life will be so great. I know that's where I need to be. I'm up here to keep my sanity. Take the eggs out of Texas, bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. Take the eggs out of Texas, I won't be affected living up here in Tennessee.
This is Webb Dalton. You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
It's been a while since I felt something worth feeling. Racked up the miles, had my fair share of leaving. All the sleepless nights and tears I cried, the wandering whys running through my mind. It's right at home when lonely lets me know. Next time I love, it's gonna live in my bones. Sing like a whippoorwill, be strong like an oak. It'll be top down on a Mustang, two of us and the radio. Like summer wind coming in, rolling off the coast. Next time I love, next time I love, I won't be foolish, won't waste my time. No second guessing, no saying goodbye. I won't let reckless steal my peace of mind. 'Cause in my heart, I know I'll get it right. Next time I love, it's gonna live in my bones. Sing like a whippoorwill, be strong like an oak. It'll be top down on a Mustang, two of us and the radio. Like summer wind coming in, rolling off the coast. Next time I love, next time I love. Go to bed on me, go to bed on us. Never gonna doubt it, gonna lean on trust. Next time I love, it's gonna live in my bones. Sing like a whippoorwill, be strong like an oak. It'll be top down on a Mustang, two of us and the radio. Like summer wind coming in, rolling off the coast. Next time I love, next time I love.
to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country music as usual, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews in the mix tonight as well. You're going to get to hear the stories behind these next three songs with a lady by the name of Kate Russell. Welcome to the program. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I did miss a word there. I should have said talented lady. You're very talented. Your songs are fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Many years of trying, of course.
Yeah, well, that's what it takes, you know. No overnight successes in this world, are there?
No, there isn't. It takes a very long time, but every once in a while you get some luck around here.
Absolutely. You're a rising Nashville recording artist, but you actually live in the Chicago area of Illinois. Is that right?
That is true. I was born and raised in Illinois, and every summers I would go and spend time with my family down in Kentucky. So I kind of had the best of both worlds.
Wow. You used to sing in the Chicago area jazz clubs. That is interesting.
Yes, I did. My father was my inspiration for that. I started singing when I was about 7 years old, and my parents would tell me that's all I ever did was sing. So my father got me into singing jazz clubs every Tuesday night, and there was a gentleman who was in the audience who was a DJ. And what he did was he started promoting my singing. So I would start singing more in Chicago, and the audience got bigger and bigger.
Wow, that is awesome. And what led you to country music?
I am actually loving country music. I used to be a rocker. I used to love rock and roll, but we had so many different genres growing up. So I guess I appreciate everything. Country music is just something that's really touched my heart over the years. With the music and the sound and the different talent that's out there, I'm truly grateful for getting myself into that genre.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it tells the best stories, too. You'll probably agree, and that's great if you write songs.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm writing all the time. And, you know, getting the inspiration from not just your personal things that go on in your life, but other people as well. And sometimes it's such a wonderful gift to be able to share that with other people that might be going through the same thing that you're going through.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and you see that when you're doing a live performance, and especially in some of those smaller crowds, like maybe those jazz clubs and things like that, you know, people can really resonate, and, you know, you get to tell those stories like you're doing on the interview tonight before you do that performance and tell them what that song's about, and they can sure relate to that, can't they?
Oh, yes, they sure can, most definitely. And when they get into the song and, you know, they start singing with you, I think that really touches my heart the most.
Yeah.
Knowing that you can touch one person, and then you've just made your whole night.
Absolutely. You know, and this is really a neat story right here, because your own father recognized your talent at a young age. He was your manager, and he tried to get you on a competition called Star Search back when Ed McMahon hosted it. Now, I grew up watching that, and Britney Spears got discovered on Star Search. Justin Timberlake and the great group Sawyer Brown, they won that competition. How about that? There's some history for you that I know about that show.
Yes, I know. Sawyer Brown, I believe I was supposed to go. It was in 1986. I was supposed to go start in February. It was February 1986. I couldn't go on earlier, although Ed McMahon and my father were actually friends.
Wow.
And when my father let him hear me sing, he said, I have to have her on. I have to have her on this show. It's called Star Search, and you know, we want to get her on. But when he found out that I was only 17 years old, I had to wait till I was 18. And a month before the show, my father had passed away.
Wow. So you didn't get to do it?
No, unfortunately, I was unable to do it, but it really got me into, with my father's passing, the inspiration to write and open up my heart to songwriting.
Wow. This month of May, I'm celebrating 10 years of being on my own radio station of KICR. The envelope has been sitting on Funkin' Wagnall's porch for 10 years, and I opened it up, and we're going to celebrate our 10th year.
No, that's amazing. What a blessing that is.
Ed McMahon used to do those old Karnak skits with Johnny Carson. I love those. I still watch them.
I remember those. My dad used to let me stay up at night watching it.
Yeah, boy, those were the good old days of late night television, weren't they?
Oh, yes, they were.
And the good old
were
days.
you able to watch Benny Hill?
Yeah, I did. I watched that too. That was a funny show. I love that one. Yep. And definitely that one will make you laugh. Now, the good old days of radio, we sure miss that as well. And that's what we're trying to keep alive, isn't it? With traditional country music, the kind of country music that you make and the kind that resonates with people, you know, and personalities back then in radio. When you could call up and request your favorite songs and things like that, there was nothing better, was there?
That was the best. And, be able to speak to a DJ and, let them know why you're, choosing the song that you want to choose. Having that one-on-one conversation is wonderful.
Yeah.
Nowadays you can't really do that as much anymore.
Yep, absolutely. I seen that you had a couple of beautiful daughters and you started your own band performing in the Chicago area.
Yes, I did. When I was younger, I had two beautiful children, two daughters. I was a single mom, and we started doing just music, doing rock. I actually started singing rock back in the day, and I would do Journey, Heart, many, many different talented artists, and that just helped, strengthen my singing and choosing, different genres. It was just amazing.
Yep.
So my kids were singers too, they had to be.
I love that. Those are the ones that I was playing when I started in radio back in the 80s. I went to broadcasting school in 1986 in San Diego when I was out there. And that was the music that I was playing, like Heart and Journey and REO Speedwagon. Michael Jackson was coming up then, and Whitney Houston, all of those great artists. And I love the 80s still so much to this day. I had to put the Big 80s channel on my website so you can hear that 80s music and kind of relive that nostalgia. And all of those TV shows back then, too, like Miami Vice, The Golden Girls, Different Strokes, all of that good stuff.
Well, you're bringing back a lot of great memories for me. I'm going to have to start, watching those shows again.
How about back in 1981 when MTV launched and videos were relevant? Now they've kind of gotten away from doing music videos even. But if you guys independent artists do a music video, I have a TV channel called ICTV. That stands for Indie Country Television. And I'll put your music video on that channel and people can watch those videos around the clock.
That would be wonderful. Yeah, my daughter, she's actually my photographer, and she just did all my covers for the singles that I've been releasing. She's amazing. She's been in the country music industry, and her talents as photography and videos, and she's been doing a lot of good stuff for me.
That is awesome. And you do have that family support with your daughters and your husband, Ron. He and I have talked extensively setting up this interview with you, and boy, isn't it a great feeling when they back you 150% in what you're trying to do in music?
You know what? Yes, it really is. Sometimes it can be hard for an artist, and I'll be honest with all of you amazing artists out there. But having that kind of support, and my husband is my rock. He really is. He has done nothing but support me. My children support me, and I really am blessed when it comes to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let me ask you this too, because country music is universal. We're putting you out on 10 other radio stations around the country and around the world tonight besides mine. But that Chicago scene for country music, tell us kind of what it's like. I'm not familiar with the Chicago area of country music.
Well, country music, it's not as popular as I would like it to be quite honest. But, there's a lot of great artists that are in this area. And, we go around the circuit when we can. And when we can get booked, it's a great turnout. The country music is getting more and more popular in Illinois. And, I just want to keep it alive because it's such a wonderful genre to be in.
Yep. I just was looking at this. Your producers actually were Grammy Award winners, nominated for Grammys. They produced Chicago. They produced Survivor. And then the song Eye of the Tiger. Man, that still resonates. I hear that on the radio once in a while, too.
Yeah, that's a great song. And, I was working, his name was Phil Bonanno, and he was amazing. I was doing commercial jingles with him.
Wow.
And at first, I just thought he was a producer. I didn't know what he really did. And as I got to know him, he was telling me some of the songs that he had produced and that he had just got an award for Eye of the Tiger. And he was a mentor to me. He really was. I loved working in the studio with him. He was uplifting and just was a wonderful man.
Wow, that is awesome. And, isn't it the goal of you and every artist out there, if you can just get a song like that that just resonates with somebody to the point of, we just say the title of it or, just the one word of the name of a group like Chicago or Journey or something like that. We know those songs instantly, don't we?
Oh, yes, we do. And those songs just keep going, and you just never get tired of them. My grandson, he listens to, 80s music now, and
Yep.
he just loves it. He's just very, very musically inclined.
Yep, I'm the same way. I love a little bit of all of that, but that 90s country is what got me into wanting to do country radio. And I'll tell you what, the first song that we're going to play tonight, Take Me As I Am, I know Faith Hill did a rendition of this song, but yours is different. It's not even hers. I thought it might be a cover, but yours is totally different. So tell us about it, and then we'll play it.
Well, Take Me As I Am is actually a Christian country song, and I had written it. It was just a personal message for me and Jesus. I became a Christian again, and it just was something that I really felt that I had to do. Listening to the words were very heartfelt, and it took me a while because I wanted to get the song perfect, and it just came natural after I had gotten the lyrics done, and the music just it was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful song.
That's awesome.
And it's something that I hope that I invite everyone to be able to listen to, and hopefully it'll touch their heart.
Absolutely. I interview a lot of artists that started singing in church and singing in the choirs. So that's what I want to ask you next is, at what point when you went out on your own, did somebody tell you you had a great voice and you need to be singing? Did your dad say it? He was your manager. I mean, he saw your talent, obviously, from an early age. How did you start singing out on your own?
Well, like you said, I did. I started at church. I was 7 years old singing solos. So it actually started when I was 7 years old. People telling me that I needed to pursue my musical career. When I was in middle school, I actually wrote the music for the plays. So people would tell me, so I was probably about 12 years old when they said that I needed to pursue my singing.
My grandson is going to be 8 on the 4th of July. He just did his first school play in the first grade. And, it's almost like singing with the choir because they have you up on them bleachers, standing on that stage and you're singing with all the other kids in school. And this was his very first one. But it's something that they'll never forget because I remember mine and the songs that we sang and how much practice was involved in all of that. That was just a neat thing. And that's what's so cool about those school experiences. A lot of kids homeschool now, but there's nothing better than being in that with the other kids either, huh?
Oh, exactly. And, the camaraderie with the other people that you work with during these plays, these kids, you become friends, because this was so many different schools. And when we all got together, we became friends.
Yep.
And to have that kind of memory, it's forever.
Music brings people together. It has brought me and you together tonight, and you make lifelong friends when it resonates to that point where the music is that good, isn't it?
That is true, and I am so grateful for having the opportunity to meet with you and talk with you about what we're both doing.
Yeah.
And I look forward to a wonderful friendship with you.
Absolutely. I'm the same way. I love playing the music and love putting it out to the world. It definitely needs to be heard. Your music needs to be heard. And we're going to play the first one right now. Her name is Kate Russell. This is called Take Me As I Am on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday. And we'll come back and talk to her right after this song.
can't change the things I've said and done, but I know I'm not the same. So many years I felt alone, but you called out my name. Now I see what you've done for me, and here I pray to thank you, Lord, for your redeeming grace. You take me as I am, you tell me I'm good enough. It doesn't matter what my sins may be, you still forgave me. I was broken and alone, you were by my side. You held out your hands, and all that I could say to you is take me as I am. There's nothing that you ask of me, just to follow in your ways. Loving you is all I need. You're my reason to believe. You gave your heart when you died for me on the cross, and now I see you gave your life for me. You take me as I am, you tell me I'm good enough. It doesn't matter what my sins may be, you still forgave me. I was broken and alone, you were by my side. You held out your hands, and all that I could say to you is take me as I take me as I am. You tell me I'm good enough. It doesn't matter what my sins may be, you still forgave me. I was broken and alone, you were by my side. You held out your hand, and all that I could say to you, my heart and soul forevermore belongs to you. Lord, take me as I
Her name is Kate Russell. That is called Take Me As I Am. You heard the story behind it, and what a great song, and you do need to be singing. I'm glad you are. Thanks for doing this program.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. You told me off the air while we're listening to that song and it was playing that you almost quit singing for a time.
I did. I was thinking about retiring my voice and just trying to move down to the country and get me a couple courses. And a friend of mine had called me and said that he was signed and asked me what I was doing. And I basically told him, said, I think I'm not going to sing anymore. I might just, give it up. He says, oh, no, this is not happening. So the next day, my husband got a phone call from Red Ridge Entertainment, and we spoke with Gary Sadker, who said, "No, we want to work with you because you sing, you're amazing." And I was like, "Well, I'm a little older." They said, "Age doesn't have anything to do with it anymore.
No.
It's, when you have talent and you have a gift." So it was a blessing in disguise. God wasn't ready to let me give up. So
That's exactly right. And age is just a number. I've interviewed on this program as young as 10 years old and as old as 86. William Lee Golden from the Oak Ridge Boys has been on my program twice. He will be 86 years old this year.
that is wonderful, and he probably is still amazing and a wonderful talent. So yeah,
Not
just
only
keep going.
not only do they do stuff with the Oak Ridge Boys, and they're in their 50th year of doing it, but he also has William Lee Golden and the Goldens and some of his own family in there as well in that band. So they love to sing so much, they're going to find a way to do it, and you have found a way to do it, and I'm glad you're still doing it because you found me. How about that?
Yes, and that's a blessing. All right there, it really is. Thank you so much.
Sure is. You've been fun to talk to, and for folks that hadn't heard, this is your very first ever radio interview. I can't believe that because you have done phenomenal.
Thank you so much. Yes, I will admit it. It's my very first one.
Well, you're great at it, and so you've got a long career ahead of you in music. Should you want to pursue that, and I hope you do. Keep it up, will you?
Yes, I will. Thank you so much for everything.
You can horse around on the horse ranch later after we're done with the music, all right?
Oh, I will.
Miss Your Kiss was released this year. Tell us about this next song.
Miss Your Kiss, I wrote years ago, and it first started out being a rock tune, but I just didn't like it. And when I went down to Tennessee, that was one of the songs I wanted to record just to see what it would sound like in a country version. And I fell in love with it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's an upbeat, song about just, when you miss someone and you just, one thing you want to do is kiss them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So tell us about the third song we're going to play, So It Goes.
The next song, So It Goes, is actually written about my husband. He and I have been only married for 6 years, and I was so blessed to have him in my life. And again, he is my rock and my inspiration for wanting to do this. So I basically wrote it for him.
That is awesome, and I know he appreciates it. And Ron, thank you for helping us set up this interview today with Kate. You guys are fantastic, and thanks for becoming part of our radio family, because that's what we've got going on here every Thursday and Friday night. I love getting together with you folks. You're what keeps me going. You guys are my rock, and that's why I love doing this, because, we were talking about it off the air and a little bit on. We miss those radio personalities that aren't no longer with us that we used to listen to, but that's why we still listen to radio, and it is relevant when we hear music like the kind that you make.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much for having me on, and I look forward to talking to you again.
You're welcome. Where can we find Kate Russell on social media if they want to check out more of your great music?
Go ahead, Ron. Ron's right here. He wants to tell you.
There we go.
It's on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, almost every platform out there.
Okay. All right. Kate Russell, you've been fantastic. Ron, thank you for a great radio interview tonight. And let's do this again in a few months. If you got something new that you want to promote, be sure to reach out to me, and we'll get you right on the radio and right back on this program.
Most definitely. I sure will. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. This is called Miss Your Kiss with Kate Russell on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday. best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. Song she wrote about her husband Ron, who helped me book the interview with Kate Russell right there, and they are fantastic folks from Chicago, Illinois area, and they were live with me tonight on the Tim Kelly Show with a great radio interview. Go check out Kate Russell, and her music is fantastic, and follow her and like her on all social media. Great interview tonight, and I couldn't believe it was her first ever radio interview. She just knocked it out of the park. She did fantastic. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show on KICR. IndieCountryRadio.com. I am live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We've got 2 more hours of this live show and another great radio interview in the bottom half of this next hour as well. The band Wanted will join me. We'll get to hear the stories behind their songs, and we'll play some of their great country music as well. Coming up on July the 10th, that's going to be a triple play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. I'm going to be interviewing this next group. They are the Barlow. This is called Lost Angel Saloon, and they are from Denver, Colorado, by the way, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
When you turned 18, would you expect to find here? Run around with every boy you meet, living on dreams and cheap beer. 21 years coming quick, God, I hope it happens soon. Let me be the first to welcome you to the Lost Angel Saloon. Ready the strip bars, don't it make your heart ache? Let me be the first to welcome you to the Lost Angel Saloon. Ain't talked to your mama in over a year. Her worst fears you realized. I can tell just how you feel when you show me your sad smile. Can't cover it up. How you gonna die or get tougher? Sunrise on New Year Day, laying on the beach, cleaning up on your face in the back of a limousine. Your star shining brighter than most. Memories hurt, so you drink till they don't. Let me be the first to welcome you to the Lost Angel Saloon. Let me be the first to welcome you home to the Lost Angel Saloon. Let me be the first to welcome you to the Lost Angel Saloon.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Jesus came into the town, taught the people there. Then came the Pharisees, brought her to the square, caught her sinning in the act, made the town aware. Jesus spoke to the crowd, there's burdens we all bear. Who's gonna throw the first stone? Who is without sin? Who's gonna take the next step where we all have been? Nobody lives a perfect life, we all stray now and then. Who's gonna throw the first stone? Who is without sin? They started leaving one by one, scattered all about. Well, Jesus wrote in the sand, gave them their doubts. Jesus started talking, told her what to do. Go and live right, so they can't condemn you. Who's gonna throw the first stone? Who is without sin? Who's gonna take the next step where we all have been? Nobody lives a perfect life, we all stray now and then. Who's gonna throw the first stone? Who is without sin?
is making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. Her name is Kristen Nicole, and that is called Who's Gonna Throw the First Stone? I've been getting some great Christian gospel music. She makes it, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a great video to that song you can check out on my TV channel, ICTV. That is Indie Country Television. That tab is at the top of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Kristen Nicole and Who's Gonna Throw the First Stone? This next gentleman is also from Colorado. He's a good friend of mine, and he lent his voice to my classic country radio station so you can hear him do me some fantastic radio liners. He's a great singer and as well. His name is Lee Sims, makes great traditional country, and there is also a video to this song on Indie Country Television. It is one of his latest singles. It is called Wyoming Wind from Lee Sims on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
He had to go. She stayed behind. He was the best in the world at one time. She couldn't hold him. Lord knows she tried. A rodeo man always needs one more ride. She sits alone and stares at her ring, then walks out at night and cries when she sings. Wyoming wind, you're so much like him. You're wild and you're free, like that old tumbleweed. You've been everywhere. You've seen everything there is to see. Wyoming wind, if you come across him, bring him back home to me. It was harder this time than ever before. She longed for the sound of his key in the door. When she got the call, it cut like a knife. A Bronco Cheyenne taken his life. His final words with his dying breath said, scatter my ashes, let the wind do the rest. Wyoming wind, you're so much like him. And you're free, like that old tumbleweed. You've been everywhere. You've seen everything there is to see. Wyoming wind, if you come across him, bring him back home to me. Wyoming wind, if you come across him, bring him back home to me.
And you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's Best.
I had a dream
last night. It woke me from a restless sleep. There was someone in your arms, and it wasn't me. I was in a cold sweat. There was nothing I could do. Someone else had found your love while I've been hiding from the truth. Truth is that I'm so in love with you. I've been lying to my heart. I could run to the ends of the earth, but no matter where I go, that's where you are. I was born to be with you. There's no hiding from the truth. I walked the floor till dawn. Couldn't get it off my mind. How could I have been so wrong? Wasted so much time. Now I'm on my way to you. I know what I have to do. I just hope it's not too late to stop hiding from the truth. Truth is that I'm so in love with you. I've been lying to my heart. I could run to the ends of the earth, but no matter where I go, that's where you are. I was born to be with you. There's no hiding from the truth.
Here's my good friend Alan Laney. That is a great song called Hiding from the Truth. What story in those lyrics? I love that. I told you it was going to be a great show tonight. New Music Friday. We love it, ladies and gentlemen. And Alan Laney was a special guest on my show. That interview's in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives as well. You can go back, check it out, and hear the stories behind some of these other songs that I'm playing tonight from other artists. How about back-to-back Allens? We also did a great radio interview with Alan Rudd, R-U-D-D. He is from Ardmore, Oklahoma. It's a good thing you tuned in tonight because this song is titled It's a Good Thing, one of my favorites right now. From Alan Rudd on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I came home Valentine's Day, pulled up in the drive with a sweetheart dozen, my heart in my hand. When I got there, she wasn't home. Something told me she was long gone. She'd given my sweetheart gift to another man. Looking through another wedding veil, heaven sent me an angel so sweet. Could she be mine? I wanted to run, but I had to stay. Couldn't believe what had come my way, so I gave her my heart and I took her hand.
you, and honey, there ain't no doubt that it's a good thing that woman set me free. 'Cause I'd never known the love you've given me. And now the only thing that I could ever thank that woman for is when she left my heart, she left an open door. And it's a good thing, now I know what love's about. 'Cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt. It's a good thing what your love's done for me. 'Cause I'd never known how sweet a love could be. Now I come home every day and pull up in the drive. My sweetheart's there, and my heart's in her hand. It's a good thing, yeah, it's a good thing.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
How many hearts have to break until you realize you can't bury all that sorrow
name is Tracy Kennedy. That is a great tune called How Many Hearts. I'll tell you how many she got last night. 130,000 on TikTok alone. And they like her besides TikTok. She's all over the place. And I was on all these different formats last night. But everybody taps this screen on TikTok while we're doing the live show, just like we're doing right now over here at Tim Kelly on Air. And right now we've got 45,000, so we're doing quite well tonight. But Tracy was blown away by how many hearts she got last night. And people were blown away by that interview. And if you missed it, the best way or easiest way maybe to go check it out is on my YouTube channel at KICR Indie Country Radio. So go over there, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get notified when you hit that bell of every time we do go live. And next week we're going to do it 3 times, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night, all at 7 p.m. Central Time. Great interview last night with my good friend Tracy Kennedy from Canada. How about we go to Australia right now, and my good friend Douglas McNally, his latest single is called Six Shooter. And then after this plays, we're going to have another great radio interview with the who have I got? Oh, okay, the band Wanted. That's who it is. There you go. I got so many of them, ladies and gentlemen. The band Wanted will be here next on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Never owned a bullet, no room inside this heart for lead. Then I laid my eyes on you, it was love or better instead. Got a 6-shooter, but it's loaded full of love. I'm aiming for your heart, hit the target, but it's tough. With my 6-shooter, it's heaven sure above. And my aim is true, my love will be enough. Was never much for words, but I carry more than most. Keep my pistol close, I'm aiming for my desert rose. Got a 6-shooter, but it's loaded full of love. I'm aiming for your heart, hit the target, but it's tough. With my 6-shooter, there's heaven sure above. And my aim is true, my love will be enough. Got a 6-shooter, but it's loaded full of love. I'm aiming for your heart, hit the target, but it's tough. With my 6-shooter, there's heaven sure above. And my aim is true, my love will be enough. And my aim is true, my love will be enough.
To the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and I have a couple of great radio interviews in the program tonight where you get to hear the stories behind the songs. We've got Candy Carpenter and her husband Joshua from the band Wanted. Welcome to the program tonight.
Thank you for having us, Tim.
You're welcome.
Yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys on, and thanks for doing the show. I appreciate the time, and we sure appreciate the music.
Good.
All right. Yep. And this isn't a triple play show like I do on Thursday nights, but I play 3 of your songs during the interviews anyway, so I'm ready to hear the stories behind some of these songs. But first of all, tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you guys got into country music.
Well, I'll start with me because I started with, I was in a family gospel band in southern Minnesota, of all places. We saw Gaither's video. A lot of your fans might know what that is, and we were inspired. We knew nothing about southern gospel music until we saw that video. And we had been doing some music on our own, contemporary Christian music at the time, but we were just taken with gospel. I was a good piano player, and my sisters had great harmonies. And so that was the Carpenter Family Singers. And we did that from when I was 15 until I was 27. That was our job.
Wow.
And we traveled all over the country eventually had 2 buses and a horse show, and it was quite a thing. And we, of course, gradually added country music because we listened to country music. We were living in farm country in southern Minnesota, so all of our neighbors and friends listened to country. And so gradually our show became a little bit more Branson style over the years. And then I left the band because I wanted to date a girl, and they did not want me to.
Oh, my goodness.
It's all in the book. It's a good story. But anyway, that was my background, and I'll let Candy tell you about hers.
You hear that, Candy? You're lucky to be with Josh, it sounds like.
Yes, very lucky, very lucky. It's funny how, things happen and we never meet anyone by accident, but he moved to Colorado where we met for the first time. We were both working in the electrical industry, so he came to work for me as my journeyman electrician.
Wow, how about that?
And so that's kind of where our journey started together. But I grew up in western Colorado for the most part and bounced around with my family through construction in the oil field, through Utah, Wyoming, and the state of Washington.
Awesome. I've been getting
I don't have a music background.
I've been getting a lot of good country music from Colorado. My good friend Lee Sims is in Aurora, Colorado, and then I just interviewed Jordan Ash from Golden, Colorado. His dad retired from Coors Light, actually made the beer from Coors Light in Golden, Colorado for 30 plus years.
Oh my gosh. Wow. He probably knew memories of my family because I had uncles that worked at Coors too.
Yeah. Playing country music, you sell some beer, don't you?
Yes.
That's right. That's exactly right. Hey, I want to chime in here. When we do our stage introductions, I want to take your folks along with us to a stage show. We talk about how I was raised singing gospel music and traveling around the country singing about the love of Jesus, but my wife was not. In fact, she's the woman that my mother warned me about. And so she brings the rock and roll. We got a little bit of rock and roll pop music vibe to our show, and that's all her doing. She brings all that. And so while I was traveling around the country singing about the love of Jesus, she was learning how to sell weed to the cheerleaders and working on being a single mom. So
there you go. And
that essentially is the story of You Are My Kind of Crazy. That's the first song we ever wrote together. Yeah, go ahead.
She is your temptation. You just can't resist, it sounds like.
Oh my gosh, that's so right. And it turns out the dark side, they do have cookies,
There you go. Well, Candy, you guys got some great music, and your influences are, and some of your show performances, you hear songs from like Little Big Town, Ashley McBryde. That's some good stuff.
Yes. I grew up, like he said, with more of a rock and roll background. So there's Stevie Nicks and, CCR and that kind of stuff. But I'm still always drawn back to country. Yeah. Always drawn back to country.
Alison Krauss, Patsy Cline, the great Willie Nelson. You did mention CCR and some Journey. I was telling you, I DJ'd 80s music before I got into country radio. I love Journey, REO Speedwagon, Chicago, all those great groups back in the day. And so much so that I put the big 80s on my website, so you can listen to 80s music 24/7 over there. And how about all those TV shows, growing up? We had the Golden Girls and, Different Strokes, Facts of Life, all those great shows I used to watch as a kid.
Yeah, Yes. They bring back great memories.
Yeah, we're showing our age a little bit too, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
How about
you
the
hit
day?
on something there?
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
hit on something there with audiences. You mentioned that country music, we sell a lot of beer. If you're going to be a live band, you're going to have to figure out a way to make either yourself. You're not going to make money unless your venues make money.
Yeah.
And so if they sell beer, whatever it is they do, you want to help them with that. You want to make it a good experience. And we found that we are kind of the next generation of people that are going out looking for something fun to do.
Yep.
They have a little money in their pocket. We're all getting close to retirement age. And they are like us, like you just mentioned. They love a very eclectic mix. They're not just into country, or they're not just into gospel, or we sing gospel at every bar we go to. And you've not lived until you've seen 200 beer steins raised to All Fly Away,
Wow.
and singing along. So, but it's a mix. Today's audience is a big mix, all the way from rock to rap to gospel and so that I think you'll see that in our influences. We were influenced by a lot of different styles.
It's perfect for what I'm doing with this thing called the Branson Opry that we just launched on March the 5th, this idea, and we're trying to bring it to fruition for next year. But Branson loves a combination of all of that as well. The country, the gospel, the bluegrass is big here. They have bluegrass and barbecue every year at Silver Dollar City, the theme park here. So that brings in a ton of people. And I saw a gospel concert here that was just crazy how many people were coming into that. The line was a mile long, literally. And so that's all good stuff. And, and videos, too. I was going to mention in 1981, MTV debuted back when they used to play videos. And they had this first video was Video Killed the Radio Star. So if you guys ever make a country music video, be sure to let me know, because I have a TV channel called ICTV that stands for Indie Country Television, and we'll put it on there for you. All I need is a YouTube link to it.
Oh, we actually won Video of the Year with Who's Who Country.
There you go.
Out of Indiana for our song Tombstone.
All right. Well, we're going to play Tombstone. The song that is first tonight, though, that started it all for you guys, the foundation of the band wanted, is called You're My Kinda Crazy. Tell us about it.
Well, it comes from sitting down to write our first song, and it took us 8 months. We decided we wanted to make it big, and to do that, we'd have to not just do covers, which is what we set out doing, but to do. We left our electrical business because she had a breast cancer diagnosis, and I had a torn right rotator cuff and tendon. So it caused us to sit down and really. I couldn't do electrical work for a reasonable amount of time, 18 months, and the breast cancer diagnosis especially caused us to sit down and ask, why are we doing this? Why are we chasing money? Do we need the big house? Do we need, a car each? What do we need? And we decided what we really wanted was experiences and travel and music. And she loves the beach. And we thought, what are we doing? Life is getting away from us. She's been in remission ever since, so we are really grateful to the Lord for that every year. But 9 years now she's been in remission.
Awesome.
But that was the catalyst that started us into just hitting the road. We hit the road just to play music. Did covers for a couple of years. Saw some really big country bands at a cheap event that we could afford to get into. And I poked her with my elbow. I said, "You ever see yourself on a stage like that?" And what did you say, Miss Candy?
Absolutely.
I said, well, then we're going to have to start writing music. So we did. And 8 months later, Mount Vernon, Illinois, two of us had no air conditioner because we built it as we went, and we were dripping sweat. We wrote You're My Kinda Crazy.
Wow.
And it came from our mixed background. I became a stepdad when we got married, and we had trouble with the kids over something. We'd lock the bedroom door because we didn't want to fight in front of them, and we'd hash it out. What do you think is normal? Well, I don't know. How should we deal with this? And during those little conversations, she would say, "You're crazy, but you're my kind of crazy," and that stuck with me. So when we sat down to write our first song, we wanted to write something real about real life. And so the "You're My Kind of Crazy" is sort of a back and forth between the two of us about how weird each other's upbringing was from our perspective. Right? I was raised super gospel, churchy, and she was not, and so that's what the song is all about.
That is awesome. I love that story. And country music has taken you around the country, literally, because you guys told me before we got on the air that you're actually in Alabama right now doing some cool stuff in country music.
We are. We just finished a music residency for a music hall here in Foley, Alabama, but we decided to stick around in this area, so we're going to be based out of Gulf Shores for a little while yet before we head to a red carpet event for the International Songwriters Association up in Atlanta in August.
I met her in 2018 before she started that. We were hanging out at an award show at the Nashville Universe Awards at the Wild Horse Saloon, and Tammany started the ISSA shortly after we met. And boy, that's been highly successful for her and for you guys. I'm friends with a lot of folks that are members of that. And in fact, one of the radio stations that I'm on in Germany, he is the German representative for the ISSA too. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Cool. Yep. It's pretty neat to get recognized in an award show like that, isn't it? Or just to even be nominated, get to walk that red carpet and do all those fun things and play dress up.
Oh yeah, man, and what's even more important is the connections and the friendships that you make while you're there.
Absolutely, and that's exactly why we want to do something in Branson for you guys too, to bring you in, to get to meet you, to give you a format and a place to play a live show, and really get your name out there, because in an Opry style show too, we're going to be doing inductions even of the independent artist into that. So maybe
how exciting.
Maybe that'll happen one day for you.
Really.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys tonight. We're going to put some music on the radio. We're going to play You're My Kind of Crazy, and then we're going to come back and talk about another song called A Little More. So if you can hang out with us a little more, we've got Josh, we've got Candy, we've got the band Wanted on the Tim Kelly Show tonight from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
You were raised pretty dang religious.
And you were raised by outlaws. True story.
You were taught to wash and dry your dishes.
And you were raised no guts, no glory.
Sounds pretty weird, come to think of it. Our picture-perfect lives got pretty hazy. But I love you more than a little bit. You are my kind of crazy. Your family liked to talk about your feelings.
And with your family, pretty much anything goes.
You learned to fight like a girl.
I had a lot of sisters, and you broke your little sister's nose 3 times.
Sounds pretty weird, come to think of it. Our picture-perfect lives got pretty hazy. But I love you more than a little bit. You are my kind of crazy.
Now, your first marriage ended really badly.
Well, you were 27 on your first date.
You divorced more men than you married.
Well, at least I knew all my exes were straight. Sounds pretty weird, come to think of it. Our picture-perfect lives got pretty hazy. But I love you more than a little bit. You are my kind of crazy.
Well, at least we got it all together now.
Oh, yeah? How do you mean?
I mean, we got all our ducks in a row.
No, we got squirrels and there's not enough leashes.
Yeah, that moment when you realize this is my circus.
And now my monkeys are your monkeys because I'm your wife. And no matter what we find out on the road, it can't be half as weird as our true life. Sounds pretty weird, come to think of it. Our picture-perfect lives got pretty hazy. But I love you more than a little bit. You are my kind of crazy. Sounds pretty weird, come to think of it. Our picture-perfect lives got pretty hazy. But I love you more than a little bit. You are my kind of crazy. You are my kind of crazy. You are my kind of crazy.
his name is John. Her name is Joshua. I'm sorry. Her name is Candy, and they are with us from the band Wanted tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio and the Tim Kelly Show. Great song right there. You're my kind of crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, we love to get crazy around here every once in a while, and it's been fun talking to you guys. how did
I can hear it, Tim.
Yeah. How long you crazy
I can
kid?
hear the crazy.
How long you crazy kids been married?
It'll be 13 years this October.
13 years. Congratulations. You're not going to believe it, but in May, I've been on the radio for 13 years doing internet radio, playing these independent artists.
Oh, my gosh.
So we all kind of got started at the same time, and here we are.
Yeah, we did. I like that. I like that.
So, 10 years on this radio station and 13 years on my own. I was on another radio station before this one, and that guy kind of wanted to step back and retire, but I wasn't done yet. I'm still doing it.
I love it. I love this show. You are very easy to talk to, Tim.
Well, I appreciate that, and you guys are as well. And, it all comes around eventually. We're going to meet because I tell you what, it's a big world out there, but it seems like in the independent world of country music, everybody kind of knows everybody, and eventually they connect in writing a song or maybe doing a duet with somebody or something like that. I
love that.
I bet you guys have met some cool people out there on the road and other artists as well that you've either had the chance to open for or perform with.
We have. What I love about, so we talked about ISSA right before the break, or right before the song. And what I love about ISSA is that, so I'll just give a quick story. Maybe it'll illustrate it better than anything else. You meet all these people on Facebook. Well, Candy does. She's the social media face of the band Wanted. She does all of that. And we've never been to Atlanta before. We were nervous about winning anything. We did win Vocal Duo of the Year that year, but we didn't know we were going to. So you come into Atlanta from Arizona or Colorado, wherever you just got in from, and you're like, nobody knows us. You feel like the smallest, wannabe, country singer. I don't care how many years you've been out on the road. You just don't feel like you're up to it, And so we're walking down the hallway at the hotel, and this man steps out of the elevator, and with a great British accent, he says, "You're the band Wanted." And I'm like, I love Atlanta. Like, I don't even know who this is, but Candy did. She's like, "Oh, you're Paul Jupe. It's so great to see you." Well, he ended up winning Songwriter of the Year. And at the time though, we were just two very, very unknown groups that became friends over nothing more than sharing music. And I really got to believe that that's how Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash met each other in the elevator or in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think so Paul Jupe isn't somebody I can say, oh, he won American Idol or he won The Voice or something like that. He's a farmer out of southern England. But,
you mentioned his name. He pops up all the time and stuff that I get in my email from the UK. Yep, I know that name really well.
He is such a good songwriter, and he's going to be famous in his own way. But right now, he's cutting down trees in the winter and taking care of cows, living in a cottage, as he'll tell you. But just fantastic guy and a really good friend of ours. So that's what I think this is about when you talk about friends. And,
absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Speaking of cutting down trees, I'm looking at your website right now, and where it says booking now, you guys are sitting on a big old log that fell down next to a tree. That's a pretty cool deal.
That was taken in
Arizona.
It was.
We just had some trees down here not too long ago. We had a tornado come through north of us in Springfield, Missouri. They had 91-mile-an-hour winds, and of course I was in that Joplin tornado back in 2011. And that's how this all came full circle for me to kind of move to Branson. My brother goes, "Why don't you move here and start a radio show and do something media-wise here in Branson?" And so I can thank him for that. Now he's moved away from me, and he's in Utah. So.
Oh, wow. Closer to where we were.
Yeah. But like I say, you guys, country music is universal. You've told us about Paul Jupe, and you guys are not only going out on my radio station tonight from Branson, but we're putting you on 10 other radio stations around the country and around the world. So.
Thank you. Wow,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to ask you the story behind A Little More, the second song we're going to play tonight. Tell us about it.
I'll let Joshua take this one because it was co-written with him and his sister, who was in the midst of raising kids up in British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when the gospel band broke apart, some of us really had hard feelings with each other, and we've healed a lot of that since, but not all of it. She was the first family member that really reached out to me. She was getting back from a missions trip, 7-year missions trip in Africa. And we reconnected. We talked about old times. We realized the amount of healing that we had done and needed to still do. And our families connected, and she had kids. And now I was a new stepdad to a whole bunch of kids, three adult kids almost really at that time. And we started sharing stories about our lives and how, our perfect gospel upbringing hadn't really prepared us for parenthood and life, and we were pretty sheltered, being homeschooled and singing gospel music all over the country. And so she said, I've got this song, and people pitched us songs all the time. So and I thought, oh boy, I don't want to tell my sister I don't like her song. And I heard it, and I'm like, oh man, that's good, because it came right from her heart. And it's all about not having the time as a parent to do the important things. And what are the important things? And I think when you listen to the song, you're going to hear the conclusion. She had just a rough tune, and I was the oldest child and kind of the straw boss of the group. So she came back to me as an adult to put chords to this and all of that, and then for Candy and I to record it, because she did not have the time for that either. So I really love where this comes from her mother's heart, and just wanting to be a good mom and a good wife, and spend a little more time doing the things that really are important.
What a great story, and I say this all the time. I get so many song titles in my email. This is a simple title, A Little More, and you just told a great story behind that simple titled song. I love it. The next one is called Tombstone. You guys just mentioned that you took that picture of that fallen tree down there in Arizona. Tombstone is in Arizona, and I love that 1993 movie Tombstone so much. I've got it playing on my Western channel on my website as well, too. So tell us about the story behind Tombstone.
Well, we were on tour, and we used to come through Tombstone just once a year, do a little contract there while we were touring around the country. We toured full-time, used to do about 250 shows in 20 different states. And then, like most of us dealt with during 2020, everything got shut down. So our tour bus stopped right there in Tombstone. And it was really a ghost town. The place is a historical landmark, but it's a bustling tourist attraction for the most part. But during that time, everything shut down, and I just had the time to sit down and really soak in some of the atmosphere that town was built on. The gunfight at the OK Corral, and which they reenact 4 times a day, and the saloons in the area, and just everything hasn't changed in that town from the 1880s.
Wow.
And it still operates basically the same as it did even back then. So really, the lyrics of that song just came to me, and it took us a while to really define the sound, but we had some band members that we had met while they were locals in Tombstone as well, and we got together last year, and it just fell together, and it was perfect timing.
That is awesome. I've got a buddy in Springfield. I got a buddy in Springfield, Missouri, just north of me, who had the privilege to get to meet Val Kilmer about a year before he passed away, and we just recently lost him. And what a great rendition he did of Doc Holliday, man! And I still love watching that. And that's the stuff you just remember for a long time. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's been that long ago that movie came out, but it was 3 years before my daughter was born in '96. That was 1993, and we're still talking about it. And music is the same way. It resonates with people so much that we call it classic country now, and you guys might do something that might end up in a movie. You just never know. You shoot a video to a song and it could become a movie.
Absolutely. Well, and what's cool about the Tombstone video that you can find on YouTube is that it was filmed by a good friend of ours who's an amazing filmmaker, and she filmed it downtown Tombstone, and then the bar scene is actually filmed in Big Nose Kate's saloon.
Wow.
And with all of the cowboy actors in town and friends that we got to know there.
That is so cool.
Well, there's a cool little backstory. I know your listeners can go to YouTube and see the video, but they can't go to YouTube and find the backstory. So we'll tell that here because it's something you're only going to find on your show, Tim. We set out to do the music video, and our filmmaker had a story, and she and I storyboarded it, and we had it all set out. And so we did. Big Nose Kate's hosted us, and so we set up. A lot of the people that came into the bar that night were regulars. They had heard us somewhere around, and they really liked our music, and they were there to hear music. But we were there to shoot a video, and I don't know if you've done videos, but there's no sound equipment. It's not like what they thought, and so it got really kind of awkward. And as a performer, you don't like that. You don't like dead time, and you don't. People were kind of caught off guard that we weren't going to do any music. They were just extras in the video. That was all. And so I looked at the filmmaker. I said, "We got to do something." And she said, "I'm going to shoot these outside scenes while the light is right." She said, "You do what you need to do, get it set up, and we'll shoot whatever you got when I come back in." I said, "We got to give them something to do." So I didn't even have a microphone. I just yelled loud enough for everybody here. I said, "All right, y'all, we're gonna shoot. We're just gonna do something here. I want y'all to just pretend that there's a bar fight going on, and just ad lib whatever happens." That turned out to be absolutely the most fun part of the video. So that bar scene, that was. Some of them were really fighting. It was absolutely hilarious. We had so much fun with the fight scene, and it was just because everybody was bored.
Man, that is awesome. I love hearing that because, I'm telling you, I got the TV channel, and I know there's a lot of work that goes into shooting a video, and you got weather and everything to deal with if it's outdoors and all that kind of stuff. But tell them what you've told. I've never had anybody say that before, there's no music or anything like that. You got to ad-lib everything, and just that's real acting, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, and they're real actors, so they got it, but it's still disappointing. You go to a band video shoot, and you're like, it's going to be this great music. There's no music. There's nothing.
Well,
it's a visual only.
We're glad to have your music and have the opportunity to play it tonight. It is fantastic. You guys have been fantastic to talk to. Joshua and Candy from the band Wanted. Tell us where we can find you on social media so they can check out more.
You can find us on Facebook at The Band Wanted. We're on all major music platforms and any of your social media when it comes to YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. Just look for The Band Wanted.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we've had so much fun doing this tonight on our first radio interview. Let's do this again real soon. You come out with something new you want to promote, be sure to hit me up.
Absolutely. This has been so fun.
Yeah, I have had a good time, and thank you for your time tonight. And you guys have a good time continuing your journey in Alabama. How about that?
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is called A Little More, and then we're going to do Tombstone to kick off the top of the next hour of the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Do this, conquer the to-do list, and falling into bed at the end. Every day I wonder, am I going under? Tomorrow can I do this again? So I'm stopping to figure this out. Can I end this spinning around? And when I listen to me, the best part of me says I need just a little more cream in my coffee, just a little more time at the beach, just a little more time with you, babe. It's all I need. Just a little less time at the office, just a little more time on my knees, just a little more time with you, babe. It's all I need. feeling it too. This ain't working. What can we do? And when I listen to you, the best part of you says we need just a little more cream in our coffee, just a little more time at the beach, just a little more time together. That's all we need. Just a little less time at the office, just a little more time on our knees, just a little more time together. That's all we need. This could be better. Why don't we give it a try? This is forever. I see us coming alive. Just a little more cream in our coffee, just a little more time at the beach, just a little more time together. It's all we need. Just a little less time at the office, just a little more time on our knees, just a little more time together. It's all we need. It's all we need.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
High noon in the Arizona sun, not a cloud in the sky. Warm desert breezes carry sweet smells of China berries by. The hollow sound of footsteps on these dusty old boardwalks. Highland Street transports you to another place in time. Tombstone where the old west comes alive. In the town too tough to die. On the wind voices whisper in my ear. Shadows playing tricks with my mind. Something in the air sends shivers down my spine. In this dusty old ghost town built around a mine. Outlaws and lawmen all trying to make a buck. Fortunes blur the lines between right, wrong, and luck. In a town still ruled by gunpowder, whiskey, and wine. Tombstone where the old west comes alive. In a town too tough to die. On the wind voices whisper in my ear. Shadows playing tricks with my mind. Tombstone where the old west comes alive. In the town too tough to die. On the wind voices whisper in my ear. Shadows playing tricks with my mind. In the town too tough to die. In the town too tough
They are the band Wanted. That is Candy and Joshua, her husband. What great stories they told tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That song is called Tombstone. I love Tombstone so much. The Western movie we talked about back from 1993 with Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell and all of those fine folks, Billy Bob Thornton. You can check it out on my website on the ICTV Western channel on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Thank you to the band Wanted, Candy and Joshua, for telling those stories, and we all learned something tonight. There is no music in a live music video shoot. There's a lot of fighting, though, that goes on, it sounds like. And, man, what a great story they told. We love it. And we've been talking about that, chatting it back and forth while your music was playing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for being on the program. We sure do appreciate it. That interview also is going to go in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. You can check it out for sure thing tomorrow morning. And you guys, Candy and Joshua, can download it as well if you wish. So you can check it out there as well. Boss Stone is going to kick off hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show live from Branson, Missouri, and the live show capital of the world. This is a brand new song making its worldwide radio debut, and you're going to want to hear this one over and over again. So be prepared to go get this one. It is Down to Here from Boss Stone on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Just a country boy with hair down to here. Rock bottom is cold and feels so near. Running my life shambles clear down to here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Yeah, it's me, way down here. These boots have walked miles down this lonely road. Lord knows I've been high, that's probably why I feel so low. Got a 45 about to reload, but God, first will you take this load? I'm just a country boy, I'm still holding on. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Just a country boy with hair down to here. Rock bottom is cold and feels so near. Running my life shambles clear down to here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Yeah, it's me, way down here. Bottles and pills let me down. Time and time again they have picked me up, tossed me around, left me broken, bruised, banged up and farther from you. Mama said you will never leave me. The good book says you will never forsake me. I know hell is hot and beer is cold. The streets are tough, I hear, in heaven they're gold. I don't want another number, just want to sing another number. Up there or down here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Just a country boy with hair down to here. Rock bottom is cold and feels so near. Running my life to shambles clear down to here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Yeah, it's me, way down here.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country. I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I
like the music. I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
I keep looking at my cell phone, but you don't text away. I'm starting to wonder if the newness wore off, and this is all she wrote. It's time to make your move before I say we're there. If you wanted to be here, we'd be sitting on the porch swing, sipping that wine, talking about our week, blushing and starstruck eyes as you look at me. If you wanted to be here, I'd be dressing for the club while you're down at the station, filling her up, thinking about when I climb up in your truck. If you really want to say it's all about me and you, it's not what you say, it's what you do. These new boots are getting dusted. It's time I throw 'em home. I'm going out now, with or without you. In and out, I'll be gone. It's time to make your move before I say we're there. If you wanted to be here, we'd be sitting on the porch swing, sipping that wine, talking about our week, blushing with starstruck eyes as you look at me. If you wanted to be here, I'd be dressing for the club while you're down at the station, filling her up, thinking about when I climb up in your truck. If you really want to say it's all about me and you, it's not what you say, it's what you do. And maybe we can get away for a little while. Watch the sun go down on Pine Creek Falls, and maybe we'll just fall asleep by the riverside. You'll wake up next to me. If you wanted to be here, we'd be sitting on the porch swing, sipping that wine, talking about our week, blushing with starstruck eyes as you look at me. If you wanted to be here, I'd be dressing for the club while you're down at the station, filling her up, thinking back when I climb up in your truck. If you really want to say it's all about me and you, it's not what you say, it's what you do. Oh, it's what you do.
Her name is Grace Scott with the Grace Scott Band. That song is called Be Here, and I'm glad you guys are here tonight. We're having a good time on the radio. We're going to have a good time on the radio listening to Grace Scott with the Grace Scott Band in a great radio interview. You get to hear the story behind Be Here and a couple of her other songs. That's coming up later on this summer on the Tim Kelly Show. Check out the whole full interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of the website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. As I mentioned in my opening remarks, it is a Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. This Sunday is when that happens on the 15th, but it's also maybe a rodeo weekend for some of y'all. That is the title of this next song from my good friend Mike Hariles on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
shotgun in her daddy's diesel rig. They pulling in that rodeo parking lot. She'll be running them barrels again. That announcer says her name as she's flying across that line. She's bringing the heat, coming in hot. She's racing that clock, cutting around them barrels, spurs sparking, horse wide open, bringing it home, girl. She's coming in hot, spinning fast. She's riding that cutting horse, winning another rodeo weekend, kicking ass. She's loaded up, headed home. Girl's riding shotgun with her old man. He's got that hammer down, has some pipes blowing cold. Her daddy's got that diesel in the wind. She'll be riding next weekend. She's planning another rodeo weekend with her dad. They got that diesel rig in the wind, rolling coal across the county line. She's got that cutting, running barrels again. Another weekend, rodeo with her dad. Spinning fire, she's riding that cutting rolls with it. Rodeo weekend, kicking ass. She's loaded up, headed home. Girl's riding shotgun with her old man. He's got that hammer down, has some blinds blowing cold. Her daddy's got that diesel in the wind. She'll be riding next weekend. She's planning another rodeo weekend with her dad. They got that diesel rig in the wind, rolling coal across that county line. She's got that cut, running barrels again. Got a weekend rodeo with her dad.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Locked the key, didn't seem to fit. My old lady finally gave me the slip. These faded tattoos are all I got left of me. All alone on a road, headed home back to me. Get a dryer, hang my clothes in the sun. Back to the things that I would have done before you reached out and damn near wrecked my name. Pee in the yard, leave my clothes in a pile. Get back to nature, Lord, it's been quite a while. Kick the boots off and shoot a few holes in the ground. All alone on a road, headed home, back to me.
That is the brand new song from a good friend of mine by the name of Garrett Kirk, who is also a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show. I sure do appreciate that. His brand new single there is called Everett Road. It made its worldwide radio debut 2 weeks ago on a Friday night right here on this program. I thought it was time to play it again in case you didn't hear the live show 2 weeks ago. But everything we do is recorded. You can go back and listen to it over and over again. And I don't put this out there too much, but it stays in rotation on my website on that very first radio player when you log on to KICRIndieCountryRadio.com for 2 months. So everything we do stays in rotation for a couple of months. So everybody gets to catch up with who the newest artists are in the world of country music. Well, how about this next gentleman? He is just 13 years young, been doing music since he was 10. He's got an old soul and he makes great traditional country music. He's my good friend from North Carolina, Michael Schott. His latest single is called Sing Me Home. He can do that on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I just sing me home. I can almost smell my mama's southern cooking, cast iron skillets on the fire, hear those Sunday church bells ringing, hallelujah sings the choir. Sometimes I get that lonesome feeling, I ain't got the time and it's too far to drive. When I need a dose of down-home healing, all I have to do is close my eyes and I sing you sing? Yeah, sing me home.
All right, so we draw.
It's always a party.
Just partying it up.
Your country party is here all summer.
It's summertime.
Crank up the AC, because things are heating up.
No, seriously, turn up the AC or the shirt's coming off. You don't want to see this dad bod.
Turning up the summer country right now.
Every single summer, I wonder if you think about me.
Your summertime station is Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Punching the clock on another day, deadlines, coffee calls with more work piling on. The city's too damn busy, I just need an escape. Less busy's calling me to another landscape. The city life moves way too fast with everybody trying to go their way. Don't know how much I can stand all this concrete every day. I need to see more stars at night, less billboards and those neon lights. I know just where I need to be. Yeah. 'Cause I'm craving country. Yes, I am. What you think, Larry?
Close my eyes to another place of freedom, where mountains and trees reach way up beyond the sky. Need some room to move and some cleaner air to breathe, and a sweet cowgirl who wants to spend her whole life with me. City life moves way too fast with everybody trying to go their way. Don't know how much I can stand all this concrete every day. I need to see more stars at night and less billboards and those neon lights. I know just where I need to be. I'm craving country. Need to see more stars at night, less billboards and those neon lights. I know just where I need to be. I'm craving country. I'm craving country. We're craving country. Well, Cam, what do you think?
Oh, what you thinking, Larry?
Should we load up the rods?
I think that's about right.
Let's get off this pavement. Head on down a dirt road.
Down that old two-lane.
Let's go drown a worm.
Let's sing some beer.
I think it's time for some fishing. See you soon, world.
His name is Larry Cann. That is C-A-N-N, rather. Cameron Kuzak is the other gentleman. They are from Australia, and Larry hit me up a couple of weeks ago with his great music, and we're booked an interview. We're going to be talking to him later on this summer as well. Keep your eyes on that live interview schedule down at the bottom of the homepage of my website. It changes daily, so we got some great interviews coming up. That song is called I'm Craving Country. I knew you were. That's why I did this show tonight, and you can check out the great video to it on my TV channel, ICTV. That is Indie Country Television. Larry Cann and Cameron Kuzak. McKenna Faith Winters is up next with her brand new single. She is from Machesney Park, Illinois. I interviewed Kate Russell tonight from the Chicago, Illinois area, and I know there's some great country music up there. You just got to dig for it, or I plant my own. How about that? That's the title of the new song from McKenna Faith Winters on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Made up your mind. I'm not gonna go home and cry, even though that's what you thought I'd do. Funny how life goes on. Me and you will both move on. I'll never say that I never loved you, 'cause you used to be my plus one at boring weddings. Kiss me on the cheek when the sun was setting. Had her little spot, now I sit here all alone. Used to be my midnight talk for hours. Hold the umbrella in the summer showers. Used to be the one to bring me flowers, but now I plant my it was my fault. I shouldn't have put all my happiness in your hands. But all of this made things clearer. I see a stronger girl in the mirror, but that don't mean it doesn't make me sad. 'Cause you used to be my plus one at boring weddings. Kiss me on the cheek when the sun was setting. Had her little spot, now I sit here all alone. Used to be my midnight talk for hours. Hold the umbrella in the summer showers. Used to be the one to bring me flowers, but now I plant my don't even like roses, but I never would have told you that. If you ever come around again, you'll find the sunflowers out back. You used to be my plus one at boring weddings. Kiss me on the cheek when the sun was setting. Had a little spot, now I sit here all alone. Be my midnight talk for hours. Hold the umbrella in the summer showers. Used to be the one to bring me flowers, but now I plant my but now I plant my
Listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
I remember when I was 8 years old, my daddy taught me a mighty big lesson. He bent me over and spanked me hard for playing around with a Smith & Wesson. I've been learned lessons most of my life, never been able to do as I please. Something always happens to knock me down, and I just can't get no ease. Never had much money, and I never will. The kids need shoes, what's a man gonna do when he can't even pay his bills? The banker owns everything I've got,
me begging on my knees. Please give me a break, I've had all I can take, and I just can't get no ease. It's hard for a working man to survive in this world that we're living in. No matter what I try, I barely get by. I'm right here where I've always been. At home tonight, I'll have a few drinks. It should be plain as day to see. I'm drowned in my pain and everything's the same, and I still can't get no ease. I never had much money, and I never will. The kids need shoes, what's a man gonna do when he can't even pay his bills? The banker owns everything I've got, and he's got me begging on my knees. Please give me a break, I've had all I can take, and I just can't get no ease. Money, and I never will. The kids need shoes, what's a man gonna do when he can't even pay his bills? The banker owns everything I've got, and he's got me begging on my knees. Please give me a break, I've had all I can take, and I just can't get no ease. Please give me a break, I've had all I can take, and I just can't get no ease.
That is the title track to his latest project. It is called Can't Get No Ease. His name is Jason Adams. Jason Adams Music all over social media. Go check him out and get that and listen to his other songs too. They are all great. That's what I play, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be able to say New Country's best. I can definitely say it behind everything I loaded tonight. That is for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, this last Monday, we hung out with a gentleman by the name of Craig Hendricks. He was on his way to Montana. They have made it safely. He's performing a big show up there, and so I thought, you know, I played his song as the third one tonight in the program, but I'm also going to play this next gentleman's song because he's got a great one called Montana Sky. His name is Brandon Malone. Here is Montana Sky on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Those city lights, well, they sure are bright. Even in the middle of the day, you can see them like it was night. Even when it's dark, you can't see those stars. Oh, but out of a place where they all stand apart. Under that Montana sky, with a mountain view, nothing but plains and woodlands and riding horseback with you. Oh, but sitting here right now in this traffic makes me want to cry. 'Cause I can't think about anything but you and that big Montana sky. Like, oh, to hear the rain pouring down and the wind blowing
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Another Friday night on the same old bar stool, drinking whiskey from the bottle till last call, thinking about the day we went our separate ways and hoping that tomorrow's a better day. It's all a part of making the right choices. It's all in that book I gave to you. Never be afraid to take a look inside, 'cause baby you're holding on to foolish pride. I'm hoping that someday you will find it. It's in your heart, I know. Wait and see. You can't make it on your own, so try to trust in God. You should take his advice from now on. It's all a part of making the right choices. It's all in that book I gave to you. Never be afraid to take a look inside, 'cause baby you're holding on to foolish pride. 'Cause baby you're holding on to foolish pride, to foolish pride.
Her name is Jessica McLaughlin. She will be my special guest coming up on the 26th on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, the 26th of this month, that is, in June. And she's going to be a great interview. You're going to get to hear the stories behind that great song, Holding On to Foolish Pride, and a couple of more. We play 3 songs from every artist all show long. That is how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. We hit the airwaves on that show at 7 p.m. Central Time. Then I do this show also at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to do a couple of shows on Wednesday next week, too, as well. I've got a calendar on my website right there on the homepage of the next time that I go on the air. So sit there and watch that for about 4 or 5 days, and you'll see when I go on the air next. No, I'm kidding. Don't stay up that much. Only I do that. Wonder Woman is the title of this next song by my good friend Christian Davis on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
You're always on the run. You're always on the go. How you do it all, girl, I don't know. of your time. If you wonder, woman, how I'm spending mine, all I do is wonder how you keep my world spinning around. God knows I'd be lost without you. All I do is wonder why I even get to call you mine. Every day when the day is through, all I do is wonder, woman, how you love me like you do. You see me at my best, you see me at my worst. Somehow you see it through and make it work. You're sharp as a thorn and pretty as a rose. Every time I hold you, heaven knows. All I do is wonder how you keep my world spinning round. God knows I'd be lost without you. All I do is wonder why I even get to call you mine. Every day when the day is through, all I do is wonder, woman, how you love me like you do. All I do is wonder how you keep my world spinning round. God knows I'd be lost without you. All I do is wonder why I even get to call you mine. Every day when the day is through, all I do is wonder, woman, how you love me like you do. All I do is wonder, woman, how you love me like you do. Like you do.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
First day in school for the new kid in town. He's off by himself on the playground, all alone. The boys are playing ball. He tries to join in. He says, I'm a good shortstop, but they just laugh at him. So he goes home. He says, Mama, I hate it here. Then he runs to his room, then cries a million tears. Little hearts break too. They feel pain just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too. Daddy says goodbye. Little hearts break too while they feel pain, just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Yeah, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too.
Her name is Jaden Riley. It is Jadyn. Riley is Rylee. She is a talented young lady, isn't she? And that song is called Little Hearts. Great video to that one. You can check it out on my TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television, at the top of the homepage at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. What a great night of music it has been. Oh, and by the way, she works with Clarksville Creative Sound, sponsors of this program as well. And it has been a great night of country music. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And I want to thank my special guest, Kate Russell, and the Band Wanted from being here tonight. And the Band Wanted was hanging out with me over here on TikTok for a little bit at Tim Kelly on Air. I appreciate that. And thank you all for tapping that screen and leading us up to 68,000 hearts tonight on that form of social media. I sure do appreciate that. Next week, I will be doing 3 live shows. I'll do Indie Wednesday on Wednesday. Thursday is Triple Play Thursday. And we'll do New Music Friday on Friday as well. All times are 7 p.m. Central Time. And I will be posting the interviews that are coming up on those shows as well. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me